Yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the
Sadly Relatable podcast.
We're back, baby.
Yay, yay.
Ooh. Hello.
Hi.
Who are you? And what have you done with my sister?
Wow.
No, I'm joking.
Hello, everyone. I have decided to wear the hijab.
Listen, I'm actually so proud of you, wallah.
I just surprised AYOUB now. Like, he's one of the first people I've told, and I, like, surprised him on the episode.
Yeah,
But-
guys, this was so cute. Like, mashallah, alhamdulillah. Like, I'm so proud of you.
So before, you were just telling me, and I said to you, no, tell me on a podcast, but you said yesterday was it Tarawih or Tahajjud?
Yeah, so, guys, it is actually Ramadan Mubarak
Ramadan
to
Mubarak,
everyone.
guys, love you.
She's like, yeah, just tell the story. But yeah, it's a blessed month. Inshallah, you lot are gonna have an amazing time and connect back to Allah. So yeah, I'm fasting right now as well. So I feel a bit like
I can tell.
wow, you snake.
I'm joking.
But yeah, so before we actually get into the episode properly and talk about it, I do want to say that we're doing a charity, inshallah, for this month of Ramadan. And Nisrin, do you want to tell them more?
So, we never got to do one last year, but I remember our first year as a Sadly Relatable family, I think we raised like £11,000, but that was on
Around
like,
that.
we had like less than 10,000 subscribers and we done really good.
Alhamdulillah, it was amazing.
That was for the Spot project and that was for Waterwell and a mosque, contributing towards a mosque was it in Gambia?
Yeah, I think it was.
In Gambia. So that's basically being in the process, guys. Like, that's being done now. It's been a couple of years, but this stuff isn't like quick.
Yeah.
Last year we weren't able to do it, unfortunately, but this year what we are going to be raising money for is for the less fortunate children and a lot of orphans in Morocco.
Inshallah.
So also we've been invited as well to go down and see like where the money's getting spent.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
And it's like a registered charity and everything. So like we get to see and be very hands-on with it.
Okay, inshallah, that'd be sick.
So I just feel like it'll be really nice. I mean, I don't know how much we could raise, but I know that if we put a heart to it, and a Sadly Relatable family came together, we could like do a lot of khair.
Yeah, guys, you got to remember as well, it's obviously in our religion, it's the beautiful thing to give back, to give charity, and it's also the perfect month to do it, where your reward is increased and there's so much that goes into it. Also, you can give your zakat, you can give everything, and inshallah we can all just come together and like give as much as possible, even if you're just sharing. Like we've said this before, even if it's just £1 or you just share it, it does so much in it. It's going to help a lot of people, inshallah. So whatever you guys can do, we appreciate it and we love you all so much.
Even sharing is like, would be classed as a form of like charity, because someone could see it and then donate something. And even if you have £1, but what I like about it and how we do it on the podcast is it feels like we're coming together and we're just all doing like khair, like goodness, and there's barakah. I don't know, it just makes me feel good whenever we do charities and stuff like that.
Yeah. So inshallah we can raise as much as possible, and yeah, I look forward to it. That will be all linked in the description down below. And yeah, also we're going to do the iPad giveaway today, so
we're going to pick the winner.
Someone
today
is winning the iPad. I saw the comments last time, they're like, okay, but what about the iPad?
Yeah, they think we're just like mugging them off.
Yeah, trying to like forget about it, but no, it's coming inshallah, this episode. Anyway, back into what we were saying. So it is Ramadan, so we had the second night of Tarawih yesterday.
Yeah.
And during my prayer, I'll be honest, I was praying a lot, and I asked Allah to make it easy for you to start wearing hijab.
That's so mad.
And like it was like an emotional prayer, very intense, and I was asking.
Wait, what time? Because there was a certain time yesterday.
During Tarawih.
Okay, so around you'd say.
So it would be from 9:40 to 10:30 ish.
Yeah, so around I'd say 12. So I was been thinking about it the whole day, right? But I mean, I've been thinking about it for like a long time now. And then like every day, like I'll put it on and I'll like whatever. And then I just thought like around 12, because I'm sitting with my friend and she's not hijabi as well, Fadors, don't know if you know. But I just looked at her, I was like, Fadors, because she wants to wear it as well. She's been saying it. I didn't like suggest it. And she said, yeah. I was like, should we just start from tomorrow? Like, let's start from now.
Has she started as well?
Yeah.
Is that why she was wearing it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick, mashallah.
So she was just like, yeah, like I want to do it anyway, so why not? And I was like, yeah, let's just do it. And then basically what was funny is we were trying to look for videos to like scare us into wearing it.
Yeah.
So like we were going on YouTube and we were like hijab, because sometimes you need a bit of fear. Like we already decided we wanted to wear it, but I wanted that extra fear for the days that I'm like doubtful, or my issue is I'll think about doing it in the night and I'll wake up in the morning and be like, no. So I just really didn't want to wake up and be like, no, not today. So I was trying to look for something to scare me. So like Mohammed Hobolos or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Hoblos, yeah.
Hoblos, sorry. I always say his name wrong. And then it was funny because an ad for the video, the hijab video, was like hair products. So there was an ad right before, you want this nice, luscious, wallah, we looked at each other and we just started laughing.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
That's makeup, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then, and then I'll be real with you. Like, I'm so anxious. Even right now, like, before I came in, I was shaking. My thing is, I don't want to I'm very unpredictable. I don't know if in 2 days I'm going to be like, yeah, you know what, this is really hard, and just take it off. I'm so scared to do that.
Well, inshallah, you can do it. And guys, please make dua for Nisrin to actually commit
and may
to
Allah
this.
make it easy for you guys. If any of you guys are thinking about wearing it, let's do it together.
Yeah. I'm worried that I'm going to get home, I'm going to be editing, upload the podcast, and she'll be like, can you delete it? We're going to have to film another one and miss a week. And I'm like, no. Inshallah, you'll be able to do it. It's Ramadan. You're there. Just try keep yourself connected to Allah.
Even if, which I don't even want to say it, but let's say even if that is a case where, because to me, I know, remember you said to me before, like, you know, even if you just wear it here and there and just try wear it, and just, like, for myself, I said I'd rather go like all or nothing. By all or nothing, I don't mean like full on hijab. I mean like I'd rather wear it full time. Yeah. And even like some people might not even class as a hijab, but I'd rather just try my best to do it full time than here and there. But even if, let's say, I do change my mind, I think I would want to do hijab for the rest of Ramadan anyway. Yeah. If that makes sense, like online and certain stuff. But yesterday I was removing all my Instagram photos, and I'm still yet to do my TikToks, but I'm just so scared that I changed my mind.
No, you'll be all right. I think don't think about it too much. Just focus on each day. Not like, oh my God, I'm going to change my mind in the future, I'm going to do this. Just focus on each day. Inshallah, you can get through it. And we'll all make dua for you. I feel like it's a beautiful thing. Like,
yeah. I was really excited though this morning. So the thing that made me happy was last night I was like, yes, I'm doing it. But that's happened to me a lot, like at night time. And then in the morning, I'll be like, no. But this morning I woke up, I was like, I'm so excited to wear it. So I was like really excited to do it. But yeah.
Inshallah. I don't know what to say because it's hard
you're like
as a
bare
man.
minimum,
no,
darling.
Yeah. You don't pull the fish for swimming. Nah, I just know how hard it is for you. To like make this type of decision, so I'm actually really proud. And also, I don't want you to be so hard on yourself with it. You know how, like you said, some people might not even class that as, don't even care about that. Actually, I should probably look into the best way to do it Islamically. But from my perspective, uneducated, who hasn't looked into it fully, the best way to approach it, I feel like it makes sense to even just start like this. Yeah. It's almost like, you know, they say if you're sinning, but still pray. Yeah. Because the prayer is going to be the one thing that's going to pull you out of it one day. If you're at least starting like this, inshallah, you'll get to a point where you're doing it fully and properly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It's better, instead of just saying to yourself, I'm only going to wear it when I do it completely right and completely properly. It's almost like, are you ever going to do it? Like, that's quite an extreme.
That's what I've been saying for years. But another issue that I have is, obviously, I've been on social media and there's videos up of me. There's a lot of stuff out there. Like, even if you look at, like, my old wedding photos, you can find them on Google, which for me is difficult because, like, imagine I get married again, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why everything's very difficult. But so I need to figure out a way to just have everything removed. Yeah.
But even if you can't, you got to remember, you've made an intention that's in your heart with Allah. You're doing something. You're going to remove your videos. I'm going to have to edit every single episode on him, blur Nisrin's face, 100 topic episodes, or nearly 100 anyway. But I'll do it. It's okay, inshallah.
Well, yeah, he's like, sorry, I'll do it though.
Sorry, I'll do it, maybe.
No, you can keep it up, but you'll take the sin.
No. But I think as long as you've made your intention and you've tried and you've taken these steps, them being up and that, just put trust in Allah. Do you know what I mean?
It's the first time in my life, because I've been saying it for years. Not years. I've been saying, oh, I'm going to do it later on. Or like even the last year especially, I've been like, I just want to wear it. And this is the first time that I've actually got up and said, yeah, I'm going to do it.
You know what I'm looking at you on? It suits you so much. I feel like you've been wearing it. Like,
really?
Seeing you right now, wallah, it feels normal to me to see you in it. I don't know why. Because
the thing is, it's not even... The issue with me, right, is it's not even... I just like flicked my like crusty...
Oh, I thought it was your booger.
No, it wasn't my booger. It was like this. The issue is, right, is... It's like clothes and like
what? crop tops.
Everyone I see as that isn't a mahram cannot see me without hijab. And I'm very much comfortability. I like to just chill. Like I like to, even now, like I don't have curtains in certain rooms in my house. Like I have to do that. And it's just, I feel like when you don't wear hijab, life's easier. And also...
But you don't know the reward that's in that.
No, 100%. That's why I'm doing it. Like, why do you think I'm doing it? If I didn't know how big the reward is...
Especially if you find... Like, I'm pretty sure you find it even that much harder because of certain things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I think in my heart as well, it was more like... So I've been thinking about it for months, and I've been speaking about my friends with it for months and weeks, and I feel like people have noticed that I've been getting close to it, especially on social media. But I was speaking to Juwadia's mum, and I was saying it to her. I was like, I just want to do it. Like, and she was like, I think every time you're not wearing it, think about how like Allah is angry with you, because it's true, because it's a fard. Like it's obligatory. Like as women, we have to wear it. Of course, like I don't even want to say do it in your own time. But in my head, I kept saying to myself, no, I'm going to do it when I'm ready. I'm going to do it in my own time. And respectfully, I got to almost 26 and I never got ready for it. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I just forced myself. Also, I feel like my relationship with Allah has gotten a little bit stronger. Ramadan, like the vibes of Ramadan, and just realizing I don't really want to do haram. You know what the worst part is, AYOUB? And this is what Juwaidi says to me all the time. I don't really go out. Like, you'll very rarely find me in like shisha, or I obviously don't go clubbing. I barely do holidays anyway. Like it doesn't make sense for me not to wear it as well.
Because all you're doing is catching sin for going downstairs to the shop quickly and back for no reason. And
Literally.
then obviously posting it for millions of people to see it online.
Yeah, that's literally it. So I was like, I might as well, and I'll just try. But yeah, I'm just a bit nervous, but...
Don't worry, you'll get through it, inshallah. And I think you're going to have a support system with everyone that watches. The Sadly Relatable family will be there, and they'll be understanding, inshallah.
My biggest thing, which we spoke about on the podcast before, is I'm like, I think we spoke about it when I was like to you, but what if people think...
Yeah.
Like, in my head, I'm like, oh, people are going to think... Even though I shouldn't care, but my brain's telling me, like, people will think you're just doing it for, like... Someone came on my live, right? I was wearing a hijab, and someone commented, oh, you're trying to get Ramadan clout. And AYOUB, my brain, and this is so bad, yeah?
Yeah, but who cares what they think?
Listen,
It's between you and Allah.
I get that, 100%, I know it, but I'm saying I'm so unpredictable.
Yeah.
My brain was like, oh my God, it's true. And I like whipped my hijab off, and I started brushing my hair. I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't want people to think I'm trying to get clout, stuff like, what clout are you? I get more clout, like, do you know what I mean? But yeah. You get more clout,
Taking
like showing
yeah.
yourself than covering yourself. But yeah, I don't know. In my brain, I'm like, oh, this is just like.
I think don't stress. Don't put pressure on yourself. Take it day by day, inshallah, and Allah will make it easy for you. I'm proud of you, and I know a lot of people will be, especially mom and everyone in the family. So.
Do you think I'll stick to it?
I think you will.
I think that's my biggest
you know in
fear.
your heart. Like, realistically, how much time do we really have left on this world,
It's
man?
so embarrassing as well that I don't wear it.
Like, just think deeply. Like, because this is something that I've been taking in recently as well, especially because Ramadan started. I like tend to deep things even more. We're not even going to be here long.
I know, that's what I've been...
And like, when we get to the Day of Judgment and all these things, you're going to look back and think, I'm an idiot.
I know.
I couldn't even just cover my hair.
Yeah, all for like what? Beautifying yourself to people. And
it's easier said than done, obviously, because there's things that we all do and we all sin, and the stuff that I'm probably doing that, and all this stuff. But on that day, we're going to be thinking like that. Like, what? I couldn't even just do that.
Yeah.
You know when you think back of yourself as a teenager or a kid and you kept doing something, you think to yourself, what an idiot. I could have just like avoided that and been okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to feel like. And you're going to feel like it was such a small thing. I could have worn that. I would have covered up my whole body, everything just to make it into heaven.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, that is true. And I feel like, now that I feel like maybe Allah's a little bit more happy with me.
Inshallah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Because before, I didn't actually deep the fact that, because it was so normalized to me. You know, they say when you do a sin, it's normalized to you. Like, if you were to have a boyfriend for however many years, maybe the first few times you meet him, you'd feel guilty. But after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you're not gonna feel guilty for it. It's normalized. So I feel like I was living my life. I didn't feel like it was a sin. Yeah,
and that's that is one of the scariest things. Sins being normalized, and it's one of the topics actually that I wanted to speak about. Is we normalize so many like sins that are actually quite major, and it's actually scary, because even sometimes the idea of like meeting someone, talking to them and getting married, it's almost like we give ourselves a little part, I just get to know them a little bit, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And like, you to keep doing that until you fall down this rabbit hole or fall into haram. But then it's almost like we've all agreed that it's okay to talk a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone, even you'll see a couple on TikTok where they're like, yeah, we were talking for this much and then we got married. Like, why have we normalized it? It's okay, just that little bit. Like, there's things set out in our religion that are meant to be a certain way, and you do it like this. But we've all become so adjusted, like, you know, the times have changed. No, it's not that. The times haven't changed. The Quran was made, and our religion was made, and it's timeless. It's not variant on what year we're in.
But that's why the Prophet said to us, peace be upon him, said in a hadith, it is an authentic one because I looked into it, but it says that there will come a time where holding on to your deen, your religion, is like holding on to hot coal.
Yeah.
So like where things back then may have come easier to them, like for example, just getting married without getting to know each other.
Sorry guys, the fire alarm just went off, so we're all just like,
yeah, we're a bit like,
do we go out or do we stay?
Even today, like I don't know if you guys can tell, and I don't know if you could tell, but I was just very like anxious in this episode. And my main thing is, even though I feel like a bit of happiness, a lot of happiness, sorry, I'm worried to like let people down as well. Like I'm worried to just wake up and be in a completely different mode and let you lot down, you down, my family, and Allah down, of course, the most important one. So that's why right now, even speaking about it, I'm so anxious, and like my mindset isn't like, yes, like this is such a beautiful thing, but it was more just like, I don't know what it was. Something last night was just like, just do it, bro. Embarrassing. Actually, to be fair, I watched a movie, which a lot of you lot probably have seen and you may have seen. I don't know if it's bad to watch. I don't think so, because they don't show... Okay, anyway. The movie is called The Messenger. It was filmed in like 1975.
Oh, no, yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think
you
I
can
watched
watch
it...
that because they don't show the Prophet. They don't show anything like that.
Yeah, they don't show anything like that, but they do...
Do his perspective, point of view.
Yeah, point of view. And that's the one thing that I felt a bit uncomfortable about.
No, I think it's... I don't know, but a lot of people have recommended me to watch it and stuff like that. So in my head, I always assume that it's probably
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I
you
watched
said
it.
You have. So what happened is, I remember years ago, maybe watching a bit of it, maybe mum was watching it and I was watching, but I was like watching it, but then as I was watching it, I was like learning a bit more. So I was Googling, speaking to my friends, and we literally it was a 3-hour movie. I swear it took us like 5 hours to watch. But then like, yeah, I just thought in my head, like, what are you doing? Like, if the Prophet saw me right now, how embarrassing. Do you know, even like now, I'm not like the perfect example, but I'm saying like it's a bit embarrassing as well. And like, I'm not 21 or even 16, like I'm literally almost 26.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 30 in basically 4 years. Yeah, so I don't know. Sorry, I'm very anxious today. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Yeah, you're
maybe
shaky
the
as well.
shaking's gone down, but I'm very anxious. So like, yeah.
I think you have to make sure this journey is between you and Allah.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much about us, about your family, about that type of stuff. Worry about Allah, because at the end of the day, we're all alone. Like, okay, we have people that love us and care for us, but when you die and you face that in Judgment Day and stuff like that, no one's going to be there saying, well, she felt embarrassed to upset me, or we didn't really like this, so she didn't do it. Do you know what I mean?
God is the main... you do realise that the main thing that sat in my head was that God's angry with you. And like I said, I had normalised it so much that in my head, I didn't think that. In my head, I was like, okay, I try my best to be a good person. If I do ever hurt someone, I always apologise, or I always feel bad. And also, most of my sins are between me and God rather than me and other people. And I'll repent for them. So I was living life like, I think God is happy with me. But then I deeped it. How can he be happy with me when I'm not doing the main thing that he wants me to do, which is as simple as hijab? So that's why, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You had your moment of realization, I think. Inshallah, and inshallah it sticks.
Mine's been like so some people have it like in a day. Mine's been over the course of like the last year, mainly the last few months. And you know what's funny? I actually, maybe 6 months ago, wrote a date in my diary of when I was going to wear the hijab.
I remember you saying that, yeah.
And I was like, there's no way I'm going past...
Date?
Yeah, that was like 4 months ago.
Oh, I thought you'd be like, today was that day.
No. And then I just... forgot about it. Another thing that I was doing from even when I was living in an old flat is I would document myself like speaking to Jay like about starting to wear the hijab and like, do you know what I mean? So I've been like doing some behind the scenes vlogs, even just for myself, not even to post, just so I can look back on it. And that's been the last few months.
Okay.
So I think some people just wake up and they like put it on. Mine has very much been like over the course, like getting people used to seeing me in hijab, me getting used to going out in hijab, like, And then I was just like,
I did feel it. I felt it kind of coming as well.
someone
like you
commented
said,
it on my TikTok.
Like you kept kind of like bringing it up, talking about it here and then I'd see you on live with it on. And these little steps, I was like, I feel like she's going to do it soon.
Really? Someone commented on my TikTok, I predict Nisrin will wear the hijab before the end of Ramadan.
Oh, that's very cute.
You're right. But yeah, that's basically it. And
well, we're proud of you, and
Thank
inshallah, this is something that you can commit to full time.
yeah, I'm not good at this. Podcast is the only thing that I've ever committed
Barely. No, I'm joking.
And yeah.
And I'm there holding you off the cliff
to. And
like,
Aya's literally holding on.
by
like,
Fred.
yeah, so, nah, like, as in, yeah. So, I don't know, I just don't want to take it off. Like, that's, yeah, I don't want
Do you know what? You got to just act like it's normal. It's normal. You've been wearing it. That's it. Don't bring too much attention to it. That's the best way to do it. Because if you're like, oh, this is it, I've done it, you're making it a bigger deal than it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That being said, are you excited for Ramadan?
Yeah, I am. I like feel the peace. Like I just feel the peace.
I was thinking like last night, because obviously Ramadan's just started, and for me it's like one of my favorite time of years. And then I just like everyone has their own journey in Ramadan. Like it's not the same for everyone. Everyone's is a bit different. Sometimes you'll be going through stress in Ramadan. Sometimes you have more of like a peaceful one. You can kind of connect a little bit more. And like for me, I genuinely do take it as like this massive reset in my life, like iman wise, and like being on my din a lot more and being able to like set things in place that I can carry on after Ramadan and stuff like that. But like I genuinely see it as this is my chance to like everything that's going wrong in my life right now to make it better.
Yeah, 100%. And with that being said as well, which I've said a lot, but I heard, you have to look how authentic this is, guys, but I heard that how well your Ramadan goes and like how much effort you put in, and you know how if you do what you're supposed to do during Ramadan is going to determine the rest of your year to the next Ramadan.
Yeah.
And I genuinely believe that, because my last Ramadan was probably the worst Ramadan that I've ever done. Like I was under a lot of stress. It was literally the day I got divorced the day before Ramadan.
Yeah.
So for me, it wasn't like how I would want Ramadan to be.
Yeah.
And I was alone. It didn't really feel like Ramadan. But this, and then the last year has been the worst year of my life.
Yeah.
And then before, like I do put a lot of effort into Ramadan. So that's why this year I've made it a thing where I'm just like, even though I'm not fasting, because of health reasons, I'm not fasting like most of Ramadan.
But doesn't mean you can't benefit from the fact that the gates of hell are closed and the gates of heaven are open.
And
your
the good deeds of praying and learning,
the fact that you can be forgiven for everything, and all this stuff. Like you can take benefit from all of that. Especially like to a lot of people, I feel like there may be a lot of Muslims that are going through Ramadan that maybe are not fasting because of health issues. And so I feel bad because sometimes I can see, I know personally people that are going through that, and they may feel like they're not as involved, or maybe they're not gaining reward. But if you take the right steps, inshallah, you'll be rewarded for the efforts that you put in. And you got to remember, Allah's the most merciful. He sees us. He's put that in place for a reason. You don't have to fast for a reason. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just try, achieve, and go higher in maybe other things that you're able to do. So if you're able to pray, which we all are, no matter what you're going through, whether you're laying down, you can't move, you can literally pray just with your eyelids if you need to. Be in remembrance of Allah, and inshallah you'll be rewarded.
Inshallah, I agree.
And we see you as well. We see there's a lot of people go through stress. A lot of people have a lot to deal with. But inshallah, this month is just as special for you as it is anyone else.
Yeah, I would say just put in effort, guys. Like if you're not a Muslim as well, but if you are a Muslim, guys, just put in as much effort as you can into this Ramadan. And another thing is, when it kind of hit Ramadan, I kind of looked around like with my friends. I was like, guys, like deep how lucky we are. Allah allowed us to reach this Ramadan. Like, because you know they always say you never know when you're going to reach the next Ramadan. Jay was telling me that a lot of people die just before Ramadan. And I was like, guys, just deep it. And if you're watching this as well, like, that's not something you would ever sit there and be like, oh, thank you, Allah, for letting me. Like, but that's something that we're very lucky to have achieved.
Definitely. I think that's something, alhamdulillah, that I was able to implement into my mindset of things. I always, every Ramadan, alhamdulillah, always pray that I make it to the next one. Yeah. And you always have to be grateful for it as well. Because even now, when we went to pray Tarawih, the Imam was saying there's a lot of people that haven't made it this year.
Yeah.
That were with us last year in the same mosque, praying. People probably that I prayed next to that are not even here.
And then that's why we just, alhamdulillah, for reaching this Ramadan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like it's a beautiful month. It's just feels peaceful. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like nothing else matters, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think... Do you have like any bad habits that you try to kick during Ramadan?
I'm trying to stop swearing. That's like my main thing that I really want to stop.
I saw a TikTok of that being like one of the things that can literally ruin your fast. Like bad speech can like basically, you basically haven't fasted if you've just been swearing and arguing and doing all that stuff.
Even just in general, like not fasting, because obviously I haven't fasted yet, but I'm saying like I really would like to stop swearing, or if I do accidentally slip up, not just carry on, be like astaghfirullah and like make a conscious effort. But yeah, other than that, like I want to try and put in like a lot of extra prayers, and I don't know, I want my knowledge to expand. Like because I have a bad memory, sometimes I forget things. Like for example, the year before last, I watched all the stories of the prophets. So, and I'll like research into it, but my brain completely forgets it.
So you basically like, it's time for it.
Yeah, so this year I started, but this time I'm actually writing notes down, and I want to have like a little, like a document with everything that I've kind of taught myself, that makes sense.
So you can go over it.
Exactly, and also...
It's like a study book in a sense,
also like maybe one day I have a child, inshallah, one of my children, I can give it to them, they can like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Like ADHD friendly version.
Yeah, that's wicked.
In case they've got it. Hopefully not.
You didn't ask, but for me...
Sorry, I wasn't finished.
This was one of them people, like, you have a conversation with them, they answer all your questions, but they don't ask anything back.
No, I was actually about to, in my head, I was like thinking about something, and I was going to ask you as well. Yeah. And I was also going to ask you what you had stopped from last Ramadan.
Yeah.
So don't ever jump the gun.
Sorry.
Just because I'm a hijabi, don't mean I won't put you in a headlock.
But yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want to change, and also what did you stop last Ramadan that you actively tried to change, and like this Ramadan you don't do it anymore?
Okay, so there's a few things, some that are like, they're not like crazy, but I want to keep them to myself just because for whatever reasons.
Yeah, there's a few things I didn't say, so I was like, I'm exposing my sins.
Crack cocaine. So one of the main things I'd say is I'm actively going to try is, I feel like last Ramadan I was on TikTok so much, like, and not to say that I haven't gone on it this Ramadan, it's only been like 2 days, but I do want to stop wasting time on these forms of entertainment when I could be educating myself a bit more. Like sometimes I'll sit and I'll watch like a few lectures and I'm like, oh, okay, I've done good today. And then go back to TikTok or online. Whereas I think, although I haven't been that successful so far, I do want to like put my phone away.
Maybe if you limit it.
Yeah. I think I might put like on your phone you can put a lock on like how much you can use or whatever. I feel like, just don't want to waste the time. Like, let's actually use the time to pray, to do these things, to bring myself closer, to gain as much reward as possible. Like, it's just a month. I can give up a month and not do that too much. Do you know what I mean?
100%. And also, there's a lot of fitna on TikTok, like music. Like, I'll be like just going to scroll, but then I'll see like just the maddest stuff. And I'm like, okay, maybe I should.
Especially with the music thing. Like, you'll forget that you're even fasting and you'll be there like...
because you wouldn't go, while you're fasting, you wouldn't go and play music on your TV, right? Literally. And during Ramadan, well, not a lot of people would. So when we're on TikTok, why do we think it's okay? Yeah,
we just sit there and listen to... That's what I mean by the things that just become normalised. And like the lyrics are crazy, this, that, and you're just like, I'm just watching a video. That's not
it's not listening to music. I think music in general, stop listening to it, is going to be something that I will struggle with in terms of like, because like we said, we don't realise it's normalised. Like playing music, you don't feel like it's a sin. I don't know about you, but when I first moved out of our mum's house, because some of you guys know, but we weren't allowed to play music in the house because obviously the angels leave and the shaitan enters. So it was like I wouldn't really ever do it when I was living at home. And then obviously I moved out by myself and I tried to keep it like that and I wouldn't really do it. But then it's got to the point where like I will just play music. And at first it was weird for me to play music. But now it's like I need to listen to music sometimes to even like have the dopamine to get up and clean.
I find it weird when I come to yours and you're playing music. Because I still don't do that. Like I'll play music in my car, which is normalized to me now again. But I will never chill at home and just play music. The only time you'll see it come on is if like it comes on my phone whilst I'm like going through, or maybe there's a YouTube video, or maybe someone just released a song and I'm just checking it out quickly and then I play away. But I don't actively sit and have music blasting.
That's what I'm saying. At the start, it was very weird for me. Like I'd feel uncomfortable, and now it's just normal.
That being said, another thing that I want to do and carry on after this Ramadan, inshallah, is stop making content with music in it. And I eventually want to go back, inshallah. Pray for me, guys, that I can do this. Is my goal. I want to go back and remove all the content that I have with me, like using music as well. I'm gonna take my time with it and inshallah I can get there. But I feel like I'm at a place where I've started changing my content and I'm able to do that.
Yeah. You're doing a lot of voiceovers and stuff like that, which is cool. I like how like creative you're getting with your videos and stuff. Allahu barik.
You and the other 5 people that watch feel the same.
Yay! Shut up.
But one of the main things as well was I saw a comment on our podcast episode. I think last episode or one before it, that was so like good in the sense of like it woke me up a lot. They said they don't like a lot of content on TikTok and stuff like that.
Oh no, it's not that one.
Because if you're just liking content that has music in it, you're contributing to pushing it. And so for example, I can watch it. I'm sending, it's private to me. But now that you've liked a video that has music in it, or you like something that's haram, and and it gets pushed because you've liked it, and now more views have come on, and it's pushed more people, you're technically taking the sin of pushing that audio out.
Stop saying that. Imagine people stop liking our videos.
No, our videos ain't bad now.
I'm joking.
Mine ain't bad anymore.
But yeah.
And it's just said don't. They're going to stop liking that stuff.
Nah, astaghfirullah. That's so haram.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw that comment as well, and it made me sad. You know the worst thing I've had? Sorry, I keep making everything about myself.
It's okay. I'm used to it. Poor childhood.
The worst thing I've got is someone DM'd me, and they were like, I had to unfollow you. It was a guy. They must have said something like, I had to unfollow you. I'm sorry, I have to block you because like you're making me take sin. Like for looking at you. Oh. But they said it in a nice way.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
They didn't say it in sorry, I'm blocking. They were like, look, I really like your content and I like your lives, but I've realised that I don't want to give you sin and I don't want to take sin looking at you.
So why did he message you?
Oh my God. Yeah.
But actually, to be honest, it could be like an awake...
it wasn't a fake account anyway, but it was a guy.
Okay, so maybe it was to like make you aware of your content. I don't know.
It was something like that, yeah. Anyway, that's mad. But so from last Ramadan... How would you say, how's your first Ramadan? Married. We forgot about that.
Yeah. It's good.
We completely forgot about that. How's your first Ramadan married?
Yeah, it's really good. It's nice to like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in like La La Land.
Yeah, you will be for hopefully forever.
Yeah.
But like.
I just feel like I'm just living a dream.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's cute. And we're just taking it day by day. So inshallah, it should be good.
That's so cute. It's your first Ramadan married.
I know, man.
May Allah bless you guys, accept your fast and give you barakah. That's so cute. Oh. So you just like wake up and just like.
Yeah.
You wait, like pray Fajr with your wife. Oh my God,
cute.
That's so cute.
It is nice. I think since being married is one of the things that like I've gone and like spoken to all my friends in a sense. Whenever they speak to me, they're like, I'm like, guys, stop wasting time, just do it. It's like one of the best things.
I
told
you.
And you just have to put trust in Allah. Like I was speaking to a few friends that are going through like a few situations. I'm like, don't even waste time. Yeah. Just do it. It's like, it's so good. It's so nice. And obviously a lot of people go through stress, but as long as you put trust in Allah and go about things properly, like, I don't know how to explain it. I was like, I kept looking at that. You won't understand. You know how like when you're a kid and like someone older would give you advice.
Yeah.
Like, don't even worry about that. This matters. And you're like, in your head, you're like, you can't really see it. That's what I feel like. I'm like telling them, stop wasting time. It's like the best thing. Just get married and like focus on your life and your din. And I think it's the most beautiful thing.
And not doing haram, like haram relationship, like we've normalized.
Yeah.
But it's difficult, right? Because like you have to put the most trust in Allah to genuinely not get to know someone on that level, if that makes sense. As in, even if it's a couple of phone calls, to not, that's insane.
But the thing is, you can do it. There is ways of doing it. Like, for example, having parents involved and stuff like that, if you're serious. And look, I don't want to sit here and give all these advice like I've done something perfectly.
Like, so we didn't have one conversation before we got married.
That's why I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and act amazing about it, or like, I did it perfectly. All I know is that when you go about it in a sense of like getting it done, like we want to get married, when you were going to get married, you get it done with good intention straight away. It's the best thing. And don't waste time, guys. If you're out there and you're in a situation and you're just a bit unsure on that, just put trust in Allah. You're never going to know. Like, you could sit and get to know someone for 10 years. They could be lying to you. People go through it. It happens all the time. You don't know who they are.
Another thing I would say is advice for people who are in a relationship and they want to marry the person they're in a relationship with. First of all, I would always say, like, recommend people not to do that, of course, because you won't get a lot of barakah in your marriage unless, what I've watched is you have to straight away make the intention to completely separate, in terms of no more speaking and no more, like, meeting if you are meeting. That's it. You both have to make tawbah, like, ask for forgiveness sincerely, and then you have to go about it the right way.
Yeah.
So there is ways of, like, if you're love this person, there's ways of doing it, but it can't be like, oh, we just, like, don't kiss, or we don't hold hands, or we don't do this. So it's, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you both have to, like, ask sincerely for forgiveness and then go about it properly.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. If you want barakah, and I feel like if you care about your life, like, respectfully, if you care about your life, like, the rest of your life, and not just pleasure of now, like the small things of, like, having a phone call and meeting up and stuff like that, you would be clever and be like, no, this isn't worth it. Like, pray istikhara. If you want to get married, let's get married. If not, then save. I'm saying that as if I think that would be difficult for you to do.
I understand. The thing is, people need to understand as well. Even if it is difficult for us to do something like that, or we didn't do something amazingly in other aspects of our lives, it's still the right thing to do. So we should not give that advice.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know,
but I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Yeah, but you're not a hypocrite. You're telling them that's the best thing to do. I'm telling you, this is how you do things properly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, I wouldn't want to do that in my next marriage. But the thing is, again, the reason why things like this are so normalized is because it's so easy to just have, like, male friends, or just, like, have a conversation, or not, even if you don't meet up with them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like, one of my neighbors, like, I've been living here for, like, 3 months, and then me and my friends have made friends with them.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to be like, oh, you're right, how are you? And then you just, like, have conversations here and there. That's like, oh, just a friend. But then it's like, that's haram as well. Do you know what I mean?
You have to be careful.
You have to be careful with stuff like that. And that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be easy, and I think that's why you get rewarded.
I can't lie to you. I think getting married saves you from stuff like that.
No, it does, 100%.
Because I feel like that as well. Like, I feel like being married has automatically put me in a position where, like, I'm saved from so many different sins. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, I can stay like that.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm really grateful for that as well.
Yeah, there is. Like, I felt like getting married cut, like, I don't know, I'd say my haram in half, but I know I look like I'm doing a lot of haram, but I promise you, I just, like, stay at home and, like, occasionally dabble. Astaghfirullah. But yeah, another thing before we pick the iPad winner.
Before we go.
Yeah?
Whoa, that episode's gone past so quick.
Yeah. I was going to say another thing that I'm kind of stressed about. And by the way, guys, I hope that anyone that is, like, thinking of wearing hijab, or, like, wants to do it soon, if you guys want to do this journey with me, come, let's do it together.
Do it,
like,
guys.
Genuinely, yeah, let's do it together. We can do it together.
Do it so you can hold her accountable. Because then it say to her, if she takes hers off, you're taking yours off. So that means she'll get sin for you guys as well.
Wow, that's a good idea. I'm not going to lie.
Force her into the corner.
I was going to say, another thing I've been worried about is I have a very loud personality. Like, I say impulsive things. I feel like I'm not exactly
matching your aesthetic.
Exactly. Like, I'm not a representation of how Allah would want a Muslim woman to be.
Yeah, but now do you not see the purpose of a hijab?
Yeah.
Okay. There's so
many.
No,
but I don't want to change. I want to be crazy still.
No, look at me. Yeah. There's so many layers to it. It's way more complex than you think it is. You just saying that proves to us that it has so many purposes, not just to cover your hair. It's a reminder set to you. It's a reminder set to who's looking at you. These things are all put in place.
And
inshallah,
you take lesson, yeah.
Put you to a point where you're more conscious. Okay, now I know I've got this on. I can feel it. It's here. It's reminding me I'm a Muslim. Let me behave how a Muslim needs to behave. So inshallah, you can better your character. That's a beautiful thing. See how, like, our religion works. There's so many things that layer in. You think it's as simple as, like, covering my hair. No, that could be the thing that changes you for the better. Inshallah.
But, like, can I not make certain jokes anymore?
No, you shouldn't be making them anyway. Why do you want to make them?
Because it's funny, duh. You know what? Shaitan is actually in my brain, because I'm acting like there isn't, like, funny hijabis out there, or like, you know, I'm acting as if I'm so oppressed now, guys. I'm like, oh my God, I have to sit at home and just, like, cook now.
No one's forcing you to do this yourself.
Also, it's like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna see how it goes.
Actually, I think one thing you need to remember as well, okay? Because obviously, a lot of the times when we get closer to Allah, He'll throw tests at us because He loves us, and He wants to test your love for him and how honest you are. You're like, okay, I've started praying or I've done this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if you're actually real. Let's see if you're actually about it. You may be hit with things that are even harder to deal with.
Yeah, so a lot of hijabis, especially like I spoke to some that have been hijabis for 2 months, a year, and just recent ones, they'll look at you and a lot of them have given me this look like it's gonna be difficult, like it's gonna be a challenge.
Because that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Like, even for me, when I first started like getting on my din properly and started praying every single day, that was one of the hardest times in our lives when so many things kicked off. And I feel like that is a true testament to like when you want to get closer to Allah, it's not going to be as easy as you think it is, because he wants to bring you closer and see if you're actually true and honest in your heart. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I noticed a lot, but if anything, it did pull me closer. Going through all of that was like, okay, this has actually helped me even more. So just don't think it's going to be this easy ride, but also we're praying for you.
Inshallah.
I'm like, yeah, good luck. Pushing you off the
I
edge
don't know if
of the cliff.
it's like,
Bye.
and then no, but you know what it is, right? I don't know if you guys can notice. Can you tell in this episode I'm like very anxious.
I feel it even in the flow of us talking and that.
Yeah.
You're looking at me like scared.
Yeah, I'm like,
They're gonna
is this
know.
the right thing to do? Yeah, I'm very anxious. Inshallah, it's like our first episode, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
Inshallah, in like a couple of weeks from now, it'll be normal. I won't be this awkward like thing that just anyway. But yeah.
Just think about how many good deeds you're taking and sins you're not taking.
It's not just that.
Well.
It's more just like, hopefully Allah is happy with me. Like he sees.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful influence to be on people in Nisrin as well. Like even one of the things I love about this podcast, and like honestly, like I love you lot so much, and it warms my heart because I always deep it. Whenever I'm feeling down, I always think about the fact that we've got a community of people that literally pray for us and make dua for us. Like
sometimes I think it's the only reason.
Some people don't even have family. They don't have no one even praying for them.
AYOUB always does this, right? I've clocked it. I watched the episode of ours. He'll be like, I watched the episode. You're like, yeah, look, 10,000 subscribers. I know people that have been doing it for longer. They ain't got nowhere
I
near.
didn't say that. I never said that.
You did one of my episodes, and then we started laughing because it sounded
okay,
bad.
but that's not what I said right now. What I said is some people don't even have family to pray for them.
I know what
They're
you
on
meant,
their own in this
course.
world, and we've got like people that really want to pray for us.
I get that, but what I'm saying is sometimes you say things and it's normal. It's a normal thing. I get the intention, but it sounds bad.
All right, you lot tell me in the comments. Did that sound bad?
Yeah, he goes,
that
think about how many people got to pray. Some people don't even have it.
That's what I didn't say it in a smiley way, like, oh yeah, we're better than them. What I was saying is that we're blessed because there's some people that may have lost family. They're on their own in this world, and they make dua for themselves. We have people who pray for us all the time, and it's a blessing, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, I was going to say, sometimes I look at the things that are going right in life, and I genuinely think, I feel like this is because of, number one, our mum's prayers, and also the Sadly Relatable family's prayers.
Yeah,
do you never think that? I'm like they're actually making dua for us.
Yeah.
And obviously we make dua for them, but I want you guys to make dua for each other as well.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like include Sadly Relatable family. AYOUB, let me tell you something now, yeah? I was speaking to my friend who is very like timid and quiet and like anyway, and I was like, she said to me, I feel like you've become like me, Nisrin, in everything in life. And I was like, I know. And she was like, what happened to you? Like, why have you like all of a sudden...
That's such a weird conversation. I feel like you've become like me. What's happened to you?
No, because
that's disgusting to be like that.
No,
like she's insulting herself.
She meant because she's always had very low self-esteem, and she's always like
So she's seen you change, basically.
Yeah, she says that the way she is due to maybe bullying when she was younger, situations she's had with her family and friends, and relationships, like people like literally mentally, I think, like
she's been through a lot of trauma.
Yeah, she's been through a lot of trauma, and she's like, what happened to you? Like, you used to be so outgoing, you didn't care what people thought, you would never like let people like do bad to you, if that makes sense, or let it affect you. And I was like, I actually don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I feel like I've become a bit weak.
I have noticed that as well.
I know.
But inshallah, you can build it back up. You're on this journey, and inshallah, Allah makes it easy for you. I'm actually proud of you. Once again, I do want to say I'm actually very proud of you. Like, warms my heart to see you in this position and like working on your din and getting closer to Allah. I think we should pick the iPad winner right now. Woo, woo, woo.
Okay, let's pick the iPad winner. I'm going to do it.
How should we do it?
You know what it is, yeah? Should we do it from...
The actual episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that was 3 months ago, you know?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
We need to give away a lot.
We're giving away 5 iPads this episode.
No.
Are you just going to pick one, or should we like... How should we do it?
You know what I think we should do?
What?
Put it all the names in a generator, as in like not now, as in we shouldn't announce it now, but you should put the name in when you're editing.
Oh, okay. So as in like we're gonna put it in a generator and the name's gonna come up on the screen right now.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Okay, yeah. So I think it's a bit fair than just like sitting here.
Yeah, sitting here and picking someone.
Okay, so guys, at this moment, AYOUB and Nisrin are at home and they've put all the names in the generator. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. I might even put a little like video of it actually coming up in the generator.
Yeah.
And it's actually right here. You can see it running through. And the winner of the iPad is... Woo!
It's not Nisrin! Imagine my fake account.
Congratulations, whoever this is. You've made it.
It's been 3 months.
Yeah.
We're so sorry about that. I'm sure you can understand. But if you could message us on Instagram and
Sadly Relatable
send
podcast.
us your address
and details.
We will send you out your iPad, inshallah.
Yes. Maybe even tell us what color you want.
Yeah, specific color, because I did actually buy one.
Yeah,
I did actually buy one, and then I took so long to pick it up that they were like, "Oh, you can't have it anymore." And I was like,
"Did they give you your money back?"
Yeah, so I had to call them and be like, "Can you refund me?"
Oh, what the hell?
No, it was like annoying because I took long to come and collect it from the store.
You're weirdo. I'm the type of person when I order something, I like want it instantly. If I can go pick it up right now, even if it takes me a 5-hour drive, I'll go do it, open it, get it all ready. Like when people get new stuff and they just leave it to the side, I'm like, weird.
No, I used to have like now I'll get parcels of things that I like bought and I'll leave them there for like 2 weeks before opening them.
I'm not. I'm like, get me in there right now. I want to try it all on. I want to put this on. I'm so excited for it, and then I forget about it afterwards. But yeah, congratulations on your iPad. I really hope it benefits you, and inshallah you can use it to make all your dreams come true. Get productive.
Inshallah.
But yeah, we'll sort that out, and I'm happy you did. Anyway, Nisrin, where can I find you?
You can find me smiling on my pillow. You can find me at It's Nisrin on Instagram and TikTok.
You can find me at Kayla Kasha on all social media platforms. Guys, don't forget to follow Sadly Relatable Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And also, I just hit 4K on YouTube.
Allahumma barik.
Which I'm really excited about. Thank you guys.
Well done. That's amazing, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually proud of it.
Have you been posting weekly?
Yeah, I mean, I missed the last 2 weeks, I'll be honest. But I've got a vlog coming out tomorrow, so you guys check it out.
Also, don't forget to donate to... Sorry, I thought you finished.
Yeah, sorry. Don't forget to donate to the link that will be in the description for our charity for the less fortunate kids in Morocco, inshallah. Hopefully we can build and...
change some lives together.
Inshallah, this Ramadan. I pray that this Ramadan brings everything that you guys need in your lives and that your hearts are filled with happiness and that the doors of Jannah are open for you and your family.
Ameen.
Thank you guys for supporting us. Like, I love you lot so much. Honestly, like, I feel like this just says it a lot, but I genuinely love you lot so much. I'm not going to get emotional by it, but I do, and I care about you lot so much. So thank you for everything. And we'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye.